Hey there, my name is Rob, and I'm homeless. And don't feel sorry for me because it's one of the things that I chose in life. And I want to give you a little bit an insight about my life through all these platforms where I'm posting this kind of videos. Um, to tell you a little story how I went to be a nomad, because I'm not homeless in the way of homeless, because it's a negative word. And I think with all the luxury that I have, having a car and be mobile and still have a job as a driver, I got all the luxury that I need. I got some beautiful people around me that support me in the way that I live. That comes down to supporting my lifestyle, respecting me for what I'm doing, and giving me the opportunities to wash myself, to take a shower, to cook my food, and to do the laundry. And I've been living in my car now since March 2025, so that makes me a nomad of 10 months now. And I'm very happy with the choice that I made, especially if you look at nowadays rent or mortgage. It's like, you know, what are you paying for? Sure, I got to keep my car. I need to keep it running. Uh, there are some expenses that I still do have. It's fine, okay? But to see the difference between the countries, like I pay 100, well, dollars, euros, whatever you're going to call it, every single month, only for taxes for the government. Although the same car in Germany, which is cross border, will cost me 150 euros in taxes for the same car. So that's quite crazy. But yeah, you got to pay your insurance, you got to pay your taxes, and that's going to take me more than 25% of my weight that I make. But that's okay. I got all the freedom and I got all the luxury in my car. Uh, I can basically move around freely still. And I want to tell you a little story why I had to choose this life and how did I choose it. Because I was always living small. I like small places somehow. Like I was living upside a bar, then I went to a trailer which had all the things that I needed. And unfortunately, the property was sold, so I had to sell my trailer or move it. And move it wasn't an option because it's too expensive. And you got to find a new place to have that trailer on, and it's quite impossible nowadays with the age of the trailer and the transport costs. So I sold it for much less money than I bought it for, purchased it for. But that's okay. I mean, you know. So with a little money that I had, I went to America last year, and I met a beautiful girl, Donna, which I did some podcasts with, and she's a nomad. So I tasted and I looked at her life, and I made up my mind like, damn, yes, that would be perfect for me. Because when I was living in my trailer, I was already thinking like, oh, should be so good if the trailer had some wheels and a motor so I can drive it around. The only thing is, when you have an RV or a van or a camping van, you just can't park it everywhere. And what I mean with that is, in Europe, the law doesn't allow you to sleep in your car, especially when it's a recreative vehicle, so an RV. So that brought me to the brink of creativity by thinking like, okay, what's next? I went to America for 2 months. I came back and I didn't have a house. And within 2 days, I found Ragnar, which is the name of my car. I called him Ragnar. I call him Ragnar. And I bought that car because basically I can park it in the driveway, I can park it outside in a parking spot, or I can park it somewhere without being noticed, because people do not know that you sleep in your car. With an RV, it's quite, one and one makes two. So you will be much more bothered, and it's not allowed. So I'm doing bad things like a bad boy every single day, and it feels so good and feels so comfortable. So what you gonna do? I mean, I'm homeless, so you want to kick me out of my home? Success with that. But well, that's another story. Yeah, with the videos that I made, with the content that I made, I want to make some entertainment, like me playing in the guitar. I still got a guitar on board, and I want to give you a little glimpse of my life, of how I'm living right now as a nomad. And I truly, truly desire to be a digital nomad, a traveling digital nomad within the future. And you guys can help me out by supporting this channel. Hit the like and subscribe button, whatever you're gonna do. I love it. And please, if you got any questions, drop me a comment, and ask the questions that you have, and I'll be delighted to answer them. So yeah, now for my working van. So that's the other thing. I'm driving around like all over Europe, basically, and finally driving home to my beloved car that is going to provide me everything that I need: my shelter, my mobility, and my home. So yeah, with that said, I wish you a beautiful, magical day, fellow human. Ciao.